I'm hard on this world when it's losing its mind. Hard on myself in the grind. No referendum needed to see love's left humankind. Even if life cuts deep, that don't justify acting weak. I'm not saying squeeze triggers, I'm saying stand on your feet. Even if your heart pounds wild and your hope goes astray, swallow that resentment or get burned by the blaze. Hate is the worst drug, it corrodes the soul. No anesthesia for the spirit while it's eating you whole. Impossible to find calm when violence gets applause. Nothing's justifiable in returning the blows you caught. Won't erase the pain of your past as a battered child. Nothing's excusable, a pedophile stands trial. Even if he was abused in a way unbearable. We're all victims of guilty, not victims of being culpable. The righteous road is rough, but it purifies the soul. I'm still far from that place, let's be honest and whole. If I were a Tibetan monk with discipline and zen, no fake preaching, I'd still hide a gun under my hem. You got no excuses if you strike someone smaller than you. No excuses if you look down playing king of the crew. No excuses if your whole life revolves around you. No excuses if your bad decisions came back true. No excuses if you let your faith decay. No excuses if you turn predator scared to be prey. No excuses if you ain't loyal to what you say. No excuses if your neighbor dies cold and you look away. You grew up with no father, don't know how to raise your son. Running from it won't hand you instructions. Just cause you're broke don't mean fill your head with vice. Just cause you drink heavy don't mean trash where you piss at night. Crazy era, no respect. We treat each other like dogs, we complain, we moan, though we live better than those before us. Tired of seeing this mess, somebody hand me some vision. Wish I could switch the scenery, but I'm no magician. People lose interest in the world and politics. Rather watch football highlights and athletic tricks. Support a team, stack millions in their business. Maybe this year they'll send a few balls to Africa for image. Don't care about a skeletal kid in the heat. Rather slim down for summer, jet ski at the beach. With time we forgot what ethics meant. It's tragic, we cling to marketing intent. You got no excuses if you strike someone smaller than you. No excuses if you look down playing king of the crew. No excuses if your whole life revolves around you. No excuses if your bad decisions came back true. No excuses if you let your faith decay. No excuses if you turn predator scared to be prey. No excuses if you ain't loyal to what you say. No excuses if your neighbor dies cold and you look away. No excuses if you hit your girl in rage. No excuses if you blew your paycheck on a bluff that day. No excuses if you betrayed your brothers for gain. No excuses if 10 years passed and nothing has changed. No excuses if your boss mistreats you at work. No excuses if you sell your body just to feed your kid first. No excuses if you smoke crack and end up on the block. No excuses if you covered in gold but your heart's a knockoff. We can find 1,000 excuses to defend our flaws. Justify missing pieces, say we're wired wrong. No more time to cry over self-made wounds. Break the floodgates open, kick down closed rooms, and every rotten thing that repulse remove. You got no excuses if you strike someone smaller than